What's up, folks? My name is Rasan Bahati, born and raised in Compton, California, where at the young age of 11 years old, I found the sport of track cycling. 10 national titles later, I launched the Bahati Foundation to help marginalized communities rise above their circumstances. But today, I ride for fun, fitness, and community, all while representing brands that I love so much in the industry and making cool content.
Here at South Baseball. Come on, Bahati. It's all you, man. Don't tell anybody. Get up there. What's up, Frank?
Manhattan Beach Grand Prix Masters. Doesn't look early, but it's about 10:30 in the morning.
Yeah, just at least one, you know. Making a video, man. Last minute race video, man. You know what I'm saying? I got off the plane, came back, won a master, jumped in the pro, won that, got back on the plane.
Yeah, so that was just Kendall Stanley talking about how quick I got there. I said, hey man, I got a private jet, because I was just in Indiana a few hours before racing the Momentum Crits out there in Indianapolis, team race with Team Texas Roadhouse. And yeah, it was pretty successful. Kind of wet the bed in the Masters race on the second day, made the break and didn't close the deal. But anyway, I'm tired, and I just decided I was going to sit in on this race. And in hindsight, I should have followed my intuition and skipped the Masters race and just focused on the pro race, because they had about 3-hour gap, and that would allow me to spend a little bit more time at home recovering versus landing at like 3 in the morning, washing, trying to get something to eat, building bikes, get a little cat nap, and then straight to the race. But anyway, I'm here, and it's a race for the community, I would say. You know, I won this race a bunch of times, been very successful here, and it's one event where, you know, everyone that I know that really don't follow cycling but know I race bikes come to this event. You know, I say if there's one race you want to come to, it should be this one. I mean, and look at the beautiful weather. We're only about 3 blocks from the ocean, and it's just a great event. I would say I miss racing the other direction. This direction, you could be one-dimensional in my opinion, but the other direction, if you go right-hand turns, I believe that hill is a lot harder. It takes more guts, I'll say, to navigate that last turn and be in a position to win. But yeah, I just decided this day I was going to just, in this race, I was going to try to sit in and hope it comes to a field sprint. And guess what? It didn't. So some of the best guys are actually getting ready to go off the front. So I decided to move up a little bit to just kind of keep tabs of what's going on. I think there's a solo rider off the front right now, Phil Tinsman right there in front of me, proven guy that you want to follow. And this is when everything went sideways for me when it comes to field sprint. So I'm right in here, things are going down. I believe there was a preem at this moment, maybe a gift card or something like that. So I followed this guy just to keep myself in the race, give myself a chance. He sucked to follow too because he was so small, so I didn't get much of a draft because through here is a headwind. So what you're looking at right above me and the next guy right in front of me is actually the winning break. So right here it looks like nothing's going on, right? So they're going to sprint for the preem, and that is not the eventual winner right there in the blue. That's one of his teammates. So there's Rigo, perfect timing going across. And so I'm looking at all of these riders starting to move. You got Methods to Winning, they're represented. Sharon is there. There's no way these guys are going to roll. So I decide to fall back a little bit and just kind of keep tabs from there. That was my Achilles heel, because those guys rolled away from us, and they were at about 10, 12, 15 seconds for a while. But yeah, we never caught them. So that was disappointing, and that was definitely a lack of urgency, I would say, from my end. I should have done a way better job keeping tabs of what was going on versus floating all the way back to the back. But that's where the psychological part comes in. You know, in a way, I think I was kind of psyching myself out. I was tired. There was no doubt. You know, Indianapolis Airport sucked for the most part. They had like nowhere for me to relax. You know, I was you pay all these credit card dues, and they didn't even have a lounge for your credit card for the American Airlines. Yeah, problems that we only have in certain countries, huh? But anyway, I'm not complaining. It's just, it is what it is. So when I got home, I had to eat, and it was like close to 3 in the morning. Anyway, I take a dig right here to make sure at least these three don't make it across, because the group is only about 15 seconds. So the idea here is not to go as hard as I can go, but I want the pack to come with us. I want to motivate the pack to continue to ride. So on this downhill section, we can easily go 38, 40 miles an hour. I could have very easily just went over the top, but that just hurts the field. Remember, I need the field to be my friend. I need the field to be motivated and have everyone pull. So even though we slowed down tremendously here, I just bide my time. This guy on the front, I thought I saw him in another like beginner race. Maybe it was like a 3-4 race earlier in the day. I want to say he won. Never seen the guy before, probably a triathlete, and he obviously can ride hard because I think he won his race solo. So I allowed him to take his pull until he blows up, and unfortunately the second guy didn't want any business with that pull, because this guy's actually moving. You know, we're going 30 plus miles an hour. We got this downhill here. We can go about 35 without even pedaling, and so just momentum wise, I just kept going, right? So I look back, and I can see that the group is there. So this is good for us. The breakaway is only about, they're way up there. You could see them, but they're not far. They're only about 10, 15 seconds. But yeah, I pulled off. And as you can see, you watch when I pull off, it was like the group is absolutely strung out, but no one's going to ride. So murder she wrote. It was nothing else to see, so I'm going to skip all the way to the last lap. This is Bell Lap. So Monster Media is right there, 2 riders. I believe Randall won his category earlier in the day, 50 plus. Old man group. We're in the old man group. He was in the super old man group. And yeah, it's 1 lap to go, because everything that happened in between there and here, even with 2 laps to go, I watched that lap just now, and I took it out because we were going so slow. I mean, we're going slow here too, so got Sharon there, got Miguel Mesa, Sean Bagley right behind. Yeah, we got a good group, and got a flyer. And honestly, this flyer right here, I was like, this guy's going to make it. Like, who's going to chase? And as soon as I said that, thank God that guy went, because all it takes is like 2 or 3 guys to chase. And there's Peter, you know, and there's that guy that no one knows with the horrible bike fit riding hard again, and he glued it all back together. So I got to find out who that is and see what he's all about, because I'm pretty sure I saw him win maybe the Masters 43-45 if there was one. He won something earlier in the day. So he helped bring that back together, and you know, I know over the last, I don't know, maybe about 5 weeks, if you look at some of my numbers from like Tour Marietta, which was in April, and other races I've done, I haven't raced that much. Tosa Tough, my max watts for those races are around 1200. But prior to this race, the last 5 races that I did, including Tour of America's Dairyland, though that max number was increasingly going up 1200, 1300, 1400. So it was telling me that, not that I'm getting faster, is that I have more energy at the end of a race, right? I'm not as fatigued. I never had big numbers. So like people talk about Alma doing 1800, 2200. You would never see that out of me, right? So here we are. This is about the last 500-600 meters. Monster Media wants to do a lead out and try to get that last step on the podium, even though they only show top 3. We are going for 5th place. So I knew I was good right here when I hopped on the wheel, and I felt pretty strong. And if you follow my channel, you know that I commit to a gear, right? This is a full-on headwind. I'm already in the 5311. I'm not going to change changing gears. This part got interesting because Randall went to kick but we didn't go too fast. And this was an unfortunate situation. Our two teammates just tried to squeeze in there, trying to stay on Sharon's wheel. But I was glad I was way in front of that. And I had a good kick right here to take 5th place. Disappointed with how it ended, but happy with how I felt given the circumstances. So thanks for watching, man. Enjoyed doing this. And yeah, if you like it, subscribe. Peace.